So welcome back to some creepy and unusual extraterrestrial sightings of 2023. All right, before we get to the video though, I need your help. I need you to help me unplug some more people out of the matrix. And you do that by spamming the like button, then putting hashtag unplugged in the comment section. All right, ready? Let's go. August 8th, 2023, Denver, Colorado, 8:39 p.m. Now, honestly, it looks to me just like a regular thunderstorm, but I can't really see everything that person has seen or has been seeing throughout the night. So, but to me, it looks like a thunderstorm, but I'm missing out on what he's trying to show.
Yo guys, I just caught a UFO. The mothership. This is not a joke. Look at that. Oh hell yeah. I'm about to be rich. Look at that.
Some people gonna say that was a balloon, but that's moving extremely fast to be in a balloon, wouldn't we think? Yeah, that's fast. That's fast.
Yo, I literally just came outside on my lunch break and, dude, I kid you not, there's something hiding in the bushes, man. I'm shaking right now. Dude, what the is that? Guys, like, I'm not even joking, right? What is that, bro? Oh, what the is that? Oh my god, bro, what is that? What is that, dude? What the is that? Oh my god.
¿Qué? De camión, no colchadica de camión. Era segundo, de quién de para acá de cables.
Kaj ti ono čini kao mladel?
De concha costelo, concha costelo.
Kaj,
Forklift
o camión?
Yo tomo muy. Catela pegacer y palarlo, que te acordó para palarlo, dile que a casa de un brindis. Viene un show, o sea, picucharico se dalo.
¿Qué lo que hablo?
Para yo medicarle.
Oh, he just crashed. Oh. Oh.
Well, this sounds like something out of a science fiction movie, but some here in Northeast Ohio insist they've seen unidentified flying objects here, saying we're even in a hot spot for sightings.
Okay, so science fiction or the real deal? What do you think? Recent study found a majority of Americans, about 56%, believe UFOs are real.
By your side, investigator Joe Paganakis introduces us to some local people who think they've captured something on their cameras from out of this world.
Catching the unexplained, the unidentified on video.
And I seen this light come out of like the lake.
Northeast Ohio UFO videographers sharing their images online.
There ain't no plane.
No. Hey, everybody check this out.
Hey, yo, come here, y'all. Look at this.
Raising questions and commentary from skeptics, believers, and the open-minded.
There's another one. There's a third one.
That we may not be alone.
What I saw, I can't explain.
Some don't try to define what they've recorded.
Yep, 3 lights in a triangular formation. That's that formation we're always seeing, man. We're going to figure out one day what that means. What is that doing? What are they doing? You know what I mean? That formation they're always in. Why are they moving like that? Is that for protection? Is that, I don't know, I'm sending a signal, alerting something? What does that mean?
That's above my pay grade.
While others are sure what they captured with their camera.
Wait. Oh, do we have 3?
Is not from this world.
And there were 3 saucers above me, one on each point of an equilateral triangle.
Each of the UFO videographers we talked to say their sightings changed their lives.
Within 7 minutes or so, it disappeared. And then it came back.
But as you might guess, not all of their family and friends believe what is pictured here is an actual UFO.
So this actual activity has been going on over Lake Erie for a very long time.
Videos of UFOs shot by Michael Lee Hill, a native of Eastlake, have generated hundreds of thousands of views, even featured on the History Channel.
You can see this ball of light come down, and all of a sudden you can see its reflection on the lake.
These were orange, they were solid, nothing blinking, and no sound at all.
Just last year, Nate Ellis used his cell phone to capture this formation of unexplained lights hovering over his Cleveland home.
Trying to think of anything logical. Maybe it could be drones, maybe it could be flares or something like that. But
flares, drones, Project Blue Beam, you know what I mean? The government's UFOs, we hear it all. We hear it all. And I think that's where they got us where they want us with that. We're all over the place. We got to just take a step back, get better footage if possible, which they could be jamming the signal to where we never get better footage. But we just got to keep trying, bro. Something's got to explain what we're seeing. So you're going to call all these people crazy for what they're seeing? All these people? They're not in the same place. They're all over saying something about what they're seeing. Is that a coincidence?
Again, the way they were moving, it was just a difference. And then they were in a formation.
I was amazed. I didn't know what to think.
Sam Phillips of Brooklyn captured one of Northeast Ohio's most talked about sightings over Key Tower in downtown Cleveland during a peace vigil in March of 2007.
There it goes.
Dozens of people saw what appeared to be an unexplained object.
But I've never seen one like it. And the tape does not pick up the brightness.
I believe that this area in the outer Cleveland here is a hot spot.
Dale Harder with Cleveland's Ufology Project, one of the world's oldest UFO organizations, established in 1952, actually investigates sightings in this region of the United States. Harder says sighting statistics from the Mutual UFO Network, or MUFON, show Ohio in the top 5 for UFO reports. And while Harder believes...
What y'all seeing down there in Ohio? See, people in Ohio know we're not the only species. They know.
Some UFO sightings are legitimate. He also says growing camera technology is generating plenty of fakes.
Everybody's carrying a cell phone these days, and everybody's picking things up. Aside from those that like to perpetrate hoaxes, there is a lot of garbage out there, so you have to be careful.
Oh, I see.
And the only thing that makes me think it could possibly and potentially be our government is because you hear people saying that the government has found alien spacecraft, has aliens or biologics. They have them in their possession. And when it comes to the spacecrafts, they're reverse engineering things. So maybe we've gotten to a point to where we have replicated what some of the technology they have, spacecrafts they have, and the government is flying them out, testing them, and just not telling us. I can see that being possible.
Meanwhile, Ellis takes a more practical approach to his video sighting. Unwilling to even try to explain what he saw that night, on the Cleveland skyline, only asking everyone to keep an open mind.
And I definitely look up. You never know, man. You can catch something. Who knows what you'll catch next time.
Reporting on the skies over Northeast Ohio, Joe Paganakis, News 5.
UFO sightings. North Carolina. Keep on watching. Zooming in. We in major trouble. This ain't a game.
It looks like something, there's some kind of object that's suspended in the air. It's hard to tell. It's pretty small. I cannot see it outside of my eyes. In the targeting pod, you can see something. I can't tell if it's metallic or what. And there's, I can see like lines coming.
What? In the...
Down below, but I can't see anything below it.
Please tell me this isn't a flight simulation or a game or something like that. Please tell me that. Because if not, why isn't this everywhere? This should be everywhere. This type of footage, this would be everywhere. That's why it makes me a little bit skeptical, but because that would be too clear.
It's pretty small. I don't know, size of like a toilet or something. One looking outside is kind of like a blackish, I'm gonna call it like a container.
That's literally aliens. Can you see the light? You can see the ship move across. I swear to God, that's aliens.
First sighting of the evening, and it's coming out of the south. This is moving incredibly slowly. It's Tuesday, September 12th, 2023. I'm just going to expand that.
See how I changed directions?
This sighting was preceded by a cloaked object in the southern sky at the end of my backyard, powering up 3 times over a 10 or 15 minute period. And now I have this object, which I suspect was the source of the flashes. It's headed north. That is moving.
Man, it's heading to wherever it wants to go, moving like that. It can go anywhere.
Really slow. Not sure how much that helps. It seems to be getting dimmer. I think it's going dark. Yeah, that appears to be going dark. Yeah, that's going lights out.
Take a look at this viral video from La Junta in southeastern Colorado. All right, Vivian Gomez wrote on Facebook that her security camera.
I think that heard from people in the Pentagon. The buzzword in the secret of secrets in the Pentagon is the Sumerian gods are returning, and that's what they're referring to as that whole area.
Wow! Can you repeat that again, just in case anybody missed it? The buzzword
in the Pentagon, in the military circles that are in the know about the cover up here, they kind of in whisper tones
Some people feel like they never left. When you hear some people say the return of the gods, some people believe they never left us or they never left.
Into the Middle East, into all America. Nothing.
Do you think that has anything to do with why we're in Iraq?
President of the United States fighter aircraft assigned to U.S. Northern Command successfully took down a high-altitude airborne object off the northern coast of Alaska at 1:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today within U.S. sovereign airspace over U.S. territorial water. On February 9, North America...
So this is just normal in Vegas, huh? This is just a routine night. Y'all get to see aliens and ships fly over the skies and stuff like that. That's just normal for y'all?
What the fuck? This shit's changing different shapes, bro. It's just a circle. Look. It's just hovering.
UFO sighting in Los Angeles.
I watched the entire UFO disclosure hearing today, so you guys don't have to. Here's all the most intense, crazy moments mashed up together. Here you go. Please enjoy.
You believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier. Do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Anybody heard any update on this? Anyone? Somebody? Anybody? Please give us what's next. Where's the next thing we're gonna do? Or was just a flash in the pan moment in time and it's gone?
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics? So
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
based on your experience and extensive conversations with experts, do you believe our government has made contact with intelligent extraterrestrials?
Something I can't discuss in public setting.
And we did meet with one member of the flight crew who took the image. The image was of something that I am not able to attach to any human capability, either from the United States or from any of our adversaries. And they saw a sequence of 4 craft in a clear diamond formation for which there is a radar sequence that I alone have observed in the United States Congress. One of the pilots goes to check out that diamond formation and sees a large floating, what I can only describe as an orb. Again, like I said, not of any human capability that I'm aware of.
My only question would be to him was, why is this the first time we're hearing about this from you? We should have been heard this. It shouldn't take this for us to get this information. Now, maybe he has spoke about it and I just don't know.
And when he approached, he said that his radar went down. He said that his FLIR system malfunctioned and that he had to manually take this image from one of the lenses, and it was not automated in collection as you would typically see in a test mission.
Grush, as a result of your previous government work, have you met with people with direct knowledge or have direct knowledge yourself of non-human origin craft?
Yep.
Yes, I personally interviewed those individuals.
Mr. Grush, as a result of your previous government work, have you met with people with direct knowledge or have direct knowledge yourself about ATs, advanced technologies that the U.S. government has?
Based on conventional advanced tech, I was briefed to the preponderance of the Defense Department's both space and aerospace compartmented programs. Yeah.
I don't want to cut you off, but how does a program like that get funded?
I will give you generalities. I can get very specific in a closed session, but misappropriation of funds and
does that mean
self-fund.
Does that mean that there is money in the budget that is said to go to a program, but it doesn't, and it goes to something else?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Come on now, don't come on. We're all adults here. We know that type of game has been playing since the beginning of time, right? We know misappropriation of funds happens everywhere. Oh, we're gonna allot this money for this. Once you get it, it never goes to that, or a piece of it goes to that, just to appease some people.
I have specific knowledge of that. Yep.
Has the U.S. government become aware of actual evidence of extraterrestrial, otherwise unexplained forms of intelligence? And if so, when do you think this first occurred?
I like to use the term non-human. I don't like to denote origin. Keeps the aperture open, both scientifically. Right. Certainly, like I've discussed publicly previously, 1930s.
Do you have any personal knowledge of someone who's possibly been injured working on legacy UAP reverse engineering?
Yes.
Okay. How were they injured? Is it something like a radioactive type situation or something we didn't understand?
You can imagine assessing an unknown unknown. There's a lot of potentialities you can't fully prepare for.
I'm shooting a video of this in Walmart parking lot, and it's a perfect circle with the lights around it in the parking lot. This isn't fake video. You can see my kids. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. There's no reflection, there's no anything, it's just coming down. That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It's not moving, it's just sitting perfectly still, right above the clouds. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know.
Reason?
Say hi, Leah, so people know it's real. Hi.
What gets me is the calmness of people. Yo, people be so calm when they see this stuff. I'd be like, y'all seen it? I'd be stopping everybody in the parking lot. Like, they would have to get me removed off of their property. I'd be trying to show everybody get your phones out and look at this.
It's not a reflection from a light or anything. Oh, you say hi too. Say hi, I'm Liam, I'm Batman. That is so weird.
Crazy. Are you cold, man?
This video will probably go viral now. But that's definitely something in the sky. Look at that.
Yeah, no kidding. That's freaking crazy.
It's creepy.
Here, put your jacket on.
It's not moving either. Yeah, it's real. Alright, my zoom, I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit. Oh. It's not moving at all. You see cars are driving by, so you can tell I didn't alter the video. That is so weird, Dawn.
It is.
He captured the exact same thing on October 13th.
Bro, look what's happening in Missouri.
So the phenomenon.
Look what's happening in Missouri, y'all.
Happening within that area. Again,
watch this.
We're getting the evidence, and it's very interesting that now we have two sources of videos that displaying the phenomenon.
Look, y'all.
Again, there has been.
They here, dog. They here, y'all.
From anybody. It kind of
oh, they here.
We're not. We're just sharing with you the information as it comes.
Project Bluebeam. It's Project Bluebeam.
This just happened in October, y'all.
Was captured again earlier.
We only in February.
We just shared with you.
So I want to show you guys a video of a guy that claims that he ran into a reptilian at Home Depot. Now, I'm not an expert at reptilians or anything else like that. I just thought it was interesting. I want to see what you guys think. Let me know in the comments.
Reptilian shit people be talking about, man, that shit is true. I don't want to tell this story. My neighbor insists that I do, so I don't know why he won't get on camera and say that, but I'm sad. Was it Wednesday? Thursday. We went to Tractor Supply and we got some snake stopper. And we came back to the house. Our yards are connected. Right? Our yards are connected or whatever. So I'm putting some around my house. He put some around his house. And then we just kind of out there talking shit, doing it together. For real. Me being clumsy and, talking shit. I accidentally got some of the on us. So he was like, man, hey, pretty boy, you ain't got time to go back in the house to take a shower. We got to go back and get some more stuff. So we went back, got some more stuff, got in line. And it was my neighbor, me, and this mixed-looking guy behind me. Maybe the mixed-looking guy looked like he's about 35, 36 or whatever. So he kept sneezing. And his sneeze didn't sound like, it was like that.
That be the type of stuff that make you think they're among us, man. They're among us.
Kept on. And so my neighbor's like, man, yo, something weird going on with that guy behind. He sneezed again, and I turned around, like, this part of his face, coming from his nose, across this way, turned scaly. His eye had a slit, but the slit wasn't up and down, the slit was sideways. The cashier see that, she runs to the back. We get our stuff, we go out. He eventually, I don't know if he paid for his shit or what happened. He came on outside. He was like, yo, fellas, please don't tell anybody about this. I'm just like y'all, man. I'm just trying to live here. I'm just trying to make a living like you. And I'm like, yo, we didn't see shit. We got the fuck on. And then my neighbor got in the car, was like, yo, bro, I done seen this guy somewhere before. I think he worked at the courthouse. And I'm like, somebody like that working at the courthouse, man, you believe what we just saw?
Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. This is my first video. I'm here to tell you what happened to me on May 1st, 2023. I'm going to try to explain the best of my abilities. This is not a conspiracy theory. I'm not making this story out for clout or fame. I just want to tell you what happened to me and my family. And I know some people are not going to believe this, but each person is different. So this is what happened to me. Keep in mind, this is midnight and I'm fixing a truck in my backyard. At this point, I'm only with my brother and I hear something fall from the sky. I turn around, the only thing I see is a big light falling from the sky, and moments after, I feel a big impact and a bang, sort of like a big impact fall. And me and my brother looked at each other and we were scared, but when that impact happened, it was sort of like a shockwave. Like an out-of-body experience. So to say, when I tried to look at the object, it was all blurry, not my vision, but only the backyard area. And I hear thousands of footsteps around me, and maybe a couple seconds later, the blurriness was gone. And here's the footage of the body, the police officer's body cam, and here's the object I'm referring to, the light. Video. Here's a Ring camera video. You can hear the bang. This is around the neighborhood. So here's the video. So when that happened, the only thing I can see in the backyard is a tall creature, probably around 8-10 feet tall, very thin. So I called my dad. He went to the backyard and he saw the same thing, the same creature I saw. He told me to go inside the house. At this point, we all freaking out, me and my family. And here's the video where we were in the backyard area. You cannot see it too good, but on camera, but it's there. Here's a video. Moments after the video, me and my brother went to go pick up my tools. Then my brother calls me, and he told me shakingly, "Look behind the forklift." So I look. Keep in mind I'm facing the forklift, and then I see the alien creature. So when I saw it, it was a tall, skinny, lengthy creature. He was a gray, greenish color, and when I looked at it in the eyes, my body just froze.
Listen, honestly, if this is true, this is probably going to go down as one of the best documented cases of situations that we've had to point to. You know what I mean? Continue to listen to him.
Like the same experience as having sleep paralysis. Keep in mind I'm staring at him, and I look at his whole body, and he has a weird looking feet and a big face and eyes, and you can see a big mouth. And I could hear his loud, deep breathing, and I could see his stomach moving. He would just stare at me. Seconds later, I could start moving again. And I start running towards the house. That's when I call 911, and here's the 911 call.
There's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
Okay, where is this on your property?
In the backyard. I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually, we terrified of it.
So there's 2 people or 2 subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes. Like I can't explain it. And big mouth.
Could it be the Greys that everybody talks about? Huh? We heard Joe Rogan mention. I would have loved to see him sketch it. You know what I mean? And this is ultimately your decision. You have to decide whether or not you believe him.
Tiny eyes and they're not human. They're 100% they're not human.
Okay.
I'm waiting for the police to come, and you could hear footsteps in the backyard area, and a loud whispering, like you could hear whisperings. We were in the living room area, and you could hear footsteps on the roof. So we waited a little bit for the police. When they arrived, I told them what I saw, and they were kind of freaked out. Here's the body cam of the officer.
Now, it's more than an hour after that bright light. Officers meeting up with the caller and his family.
What did you see?
It was like a big creature.
Big creature?
Yeah, like around 10 feet tall.
I'm not going to BS you guys. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious. Did you see anything land in your backyard, or?
They see like a big. That's what they say. They see like a big something with light.
What I saw right now, I do believe in it.
Police walk into the backyard to investigate, but Metro.
So they went in the backyard, and one of the officers pointed at the floor, and it was a perfect circle. Here's a photo of the circle I'm referring to. Keep in mind, 2 officers came in my house, and one of them started running to his car, driving around the neighborhood, asking passing cars if they saw light.
What's clear, they're taking...
Now, my question is, what is he doing with his phone? Is he trying to keep his phone on? That's what I've been sitting here contemplating. You know what I mean? It kind of feels like he's reading like off a teleprompter or something like that at the same time. But I still give him the benefit of the doubt because this story was huge when it dropped.
Taking this call seriously.
Hey, this might sound like a really dumb question, but did you guys see anything fall out of the sky?
Asking others what they saw.
I would normally discount it as nothing. However, seeing as one of my partners said they saw it too, only reason I'm actually investigating it further.
Goosebumps are freaking out. He started investigating that. He told me his partner, she saw a light falling from the sky. He told me he believes me because her partner reported that she saw the same light as me. Now we're walking the front yard. Then the other officer came here. Here's a video of him talking to my family.
If those 9-foot beings come back, don't call us, all right? Deal with it yourself. I ain't dealing with that.
So, moments before they left, one of the officers told me, if I see the thing again, So don't call him, just shoot him. And you can hear in the video. Here's the video.
If those 9-foot beings come back, don't call us, all right? Deal with it yourself. I ain't dealing with that.
So they left, and we went inside the house, and we started praying. As we're praying, you can hear a loud human-like scream in the backyard. This is what happened to me on May 1st, 2023. I hope you guys kind of understand what happened to me. I know it's hard to believe, but I saw what I saw, and it's kind of going viral. That's why I'm here to explain the story. I did an interview with journalist Doc Papa. I'm going to put his video in the description. I'm going to make a part 2 of the stuff that happened after May 1st, and thank you for watching the video.
I want to see a part 2. Plus, I want to know an update of what happened to this family. I've been screaming that for the longest, wanting to know what happened to them. Why haven't we heard from them? We should hear from them a lot. You know what I mean? So that is the questions I have. But we'd love to see a part 2. And shout outs to the Simpsons checkered hoodie he got on. You know what I mean? I just think that the irony in that with the Simpsons and all their predictions and stuff like that. So y'all, so we are back, and tonight we're gonna dive into some government secrets. All right, so if you're new, you know what to do. I need y'all to help me, man, unplug some more people out of the matrix. And you do that by spamming the like button and putting hashtag unplugged in the comment section. All right, let's get to the video.
Classified CIA document from the 1980s has been uncovered, and it reveals a mind-bending truth. The world around you is an illusion created by your own mind, that there are alternate dimensions waiting for you to access them, and ultimately this information shows you are God. Sound crazy? I've devoted my life to studying consciousness and hidden information, and this is one of the most incredible declassified documents I've ever encountered. The shocking information within reveals a method for accessing other realities and a way to tap into the power of your own consciousness to transcend the limitations of time and space.
Alright, so this here's a video of that creepy woman, Shelly Moore Capito, when she pokes Mitch McConnell in the hand. Watch this here. I'm recording off a big screen TV, so just be patient, but watch. She pokes him in the hand, and look at this guy looking right at her as she does it. And then this dude over here, he watches and he smirks at what she did. And Mitch turns into a turtle.
You guys, we have serious information that I must share.
Okay, share.
It might upend all of our weekend plans, because apparently the CDC has put out new guidelines, tips on sharing and surviving, I should say, a zombie apocalypse. What? I'm not making this up. This is starting to trend right now. The CDC.
We did the story like 3 days ago, though.
Okay, well, it's back.
One of the greatest proofs that the Earth is flat. We're spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. We're orbiting in the heliocentric model the sun at 66,600 miles an hour. While doing that, we're chasing the sun at almost 500,000 miles per hour. So we're corkscrewing and spinning through an infinite universe, never to return to where we were before. The Georgia Guidestones had a little hole drilled in the middle stone, and if you look through it, there is the star Polaris, our North Star. How can we be traveling in all these different directions, traveling infinite distances, and that star just always remains in that hole? There's no way it would be in that circle a day, let alone 40 years. But it was there.
Somebody blew it up.
They are taking this down like crazy. Watch. Look what they're researching.
Taken down. I'm not allowed to have a camera in here, and I had to put it in a very uncomfortable place to sneak it in here. I'm inside of a top secret government research facility. You can see the grates in the floors. There are grates in the ceilings. What these grates are for, they move air in very quickly, fresh air. From
What would they need that for?
And they take it up to the roof. They pump it back outside after it's filtered, because without it, the air in here is contaminated very quickly. But if you still think they don't exist, why would they have research?
Yep, exactly.
There was a guy that was talking about how there's a secret government that our government don't even know about. So he was basically saying that this secret...
Now that I believe as well. You know what I mean? Just hearing some of the things about the Pentagon and how a lot of these agencies, they just pretty much a rogue, man. They're just out here freelancing, doing what they want to do. I believe this.
Government has its own Navy, has its own Air Force, has its own funding system, and it's like completely secret to the people. They have technology that's like more advanced than our most advanced plane that we have. They learn to take energy out of a small area. It's like some advanced physics, and it's something like if we give it to the people, there'll be free energy all around the world.
Damn, we're definitely on Mars, bro. If we got something like that, you put that in an engine, bro, we're on Mars.
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. But it's like
a shadow government.
What is the point of having something that low-key?
For weapons, like, we know there's aliens, so aliens coming to fight us, we need something defense. Also, like, control. Say, brothers start rioting, Russia act up or something, anybody act up, now we have something like a real deterrent. Like, yo, calm down before, like a nuke.
It's low-key, before we dropped the nuke, nobody knew what a nuke was.
Yeah.
Now everybody got nukes. So you gotta drop a nuke? Nah, we already 10 steps ahead of you.
Victor. Let's try it. Okay, if the cut is on this side, I would wrap it like so. Get that one over here like that. Oh, nice. Bring this guy over like that. And finally, the last one. Hey, not bad. Yep. Good.
1970s, the government has been replacing birds with bird drones to spy on us. There is a staggering amount of evidence to support this, and by the end of this documentary, you will also be convinced that birds aren't real. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon? Ever? You probably haven't because they don't exist. But if they...
That is true, bro. I've never seen, and I grew up in New Jersey, you know what I mean? Back and forth between New Jersey and Georgia. And pigeons are all over the place in New Jersey. But I've never seen a baby one. Never. And I'm thinking about it.
They did exist. Surely someone has seen a baby pigeon, right?
Now, do they stay in the nest? That could be a good reason, but if they don't just stay in the nest all the time, then yeah, I've never seen one.
So we decided to go to the streets to find out for ourselves. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
No.
Have any of you seen a baby pigeon ever?
No. I don't think so.
I have not, no.
Have you ever seen a baby pigeon? Actually, I haven't. That is kind of sketchy now that I think about it.
It's not actually the North Pole. The North Pole's been sailed every year for 30 years. It's off from the North Pole several hundred miles. This is in a region that's never been sailed before. It's between the magnetic North Pole and the actual North Pole. The waters are reported to be the roughest on the planet, so we're talking 10-story seas. This is not going to be a pleasure cruise by any stretch of the imagination. We'll be breaking ice for 8 days to get there, so it's not an easy place to get to.
Things government doesn't want you to know. Hard one.
And when I finally got to go out the door, that was something different too. And I figured that would never happen without the preparation we had training the team.
You're telling me the government is saying mermaids don't exist?
There was a video about a guy who created a car to run on water. And then this car that ran on water, I mean, he apparently had a viable engine and it was really working. And then he had a heart attack. And as he was dying, he was saying, "They killed me. They killed me." And then he died. Nobody heard from the water engine again. Meyer said that his invention could do what physicists say is impossible, turn water into hydrogen fuel efficiently enough to drive his dune buggy cross country on 20 gallons straight from the tap. Wow. He took a sip of cranberry juice, then he grabbed his neck, bolted out the door, dropped to his knees, and vomited violently. I ran outside and asked him what's wrong. His brother Stephen Meyer recalled, he said, "They poisoned me." That was his dying declaration.
Most of y'all know how I feel about my neighborhood, right? And how it's a f***ing simulation. Like, literally all the houses are the same, right?
houses like neighborhoods and houses like that make me nervous. I know exactly where she coming from, bro. When you look at that, just feels like something's not right. Maybe an experiment or something like that, or maybe I don't know. But yeah, yeah, weird.
Why the are all these white cars like that?
3 places that governments hide from you. Number 3, Area 6. Located in Nevada, close to Area 51, this place does
never even heard of Area 6.
Does not have an official name. There is a runway and airplane hangars by the side. It is said that US develops unmanned drones in the facility. However, don't go peeking, because you will end up in jail. Number 2, North Sentinel Island. This island comes under the administration of India. However,
they're not hiding that. We're aware of the Sentinelese and the Sentinel Island.
It is one of the most mysterious places on Earth. The tribe that live there have lived in isolation for nearly 60,000 years, and they are extremely hostile and violent. The government has declared the island an exclusion zone. Number 1, Dulce Underground Base. An underground military and research base is thought to be in place in the town of Dulce. There is no official confirmation of a facility by the government. An alleged former worker has said that there are 7 levels and that alien research takes place there.
This is going to get dark. In the beginning of 2020, a documentary came out exposing all of the secrets the government had hid from us. This documentary is called Out of the Shadows. The only way to see it is to go to outofshadows.org and then click to YouTube to watch the full documentary. It is blocked everywhere else. Even with...
I was about to say, I wouldn't do it. Figure out another way to try to see what it's about, man. Don't do it from your computer, man. You know what I'm saying? I always try to give people that disclaimer, man. You don't know what type of database you may be thrown into. Nothing. Nah. May do something, somebody may hack your joint. No.
16 million views. If you search for it on YouTube, it will not come up. The documentary reveals all the secrets behind Hollywood, Jeffrey Epstein, Clinton's emails, and lastly, the conspiracy theory behind the coronavirus. Would you watch it?
Asking a former CIA operative the questions we really want to know, part 1. Do you think there are aliens?
I do.
How long did you work for the CIA?
15 years.
For future intelligence agents, what is the most important language to know?
The most important language to know would be Mandarin.
How long do you think America's democracy will last?
Another 50 generations.
Who is the most high-profile person you've ever met?
I once met Yasser Arafat.
Is she blinking an awful lot to y'all? Don't that seem a little bit strange? Just the blinking is throwing me off.
If the public knew what you knew, would they be more or less afraid?
They would be more afraid and more angry.
The US government confirmed the existence of aliens and no one cares. Think about this. We've seen so much crazy in the past 2 years that no one blinks an eye when the government soft launches extraterrestrial life. Are they hot? We can't share that information.
Watch this closely. Did you see it? Watch again. Pay close attention. Watch this closely. Did you see it?
No.
Watch again.
The government has some explaining to do.
Military secrets the government doesn't want you to know about.
Military secret out there. Everybody thinks the Air Force is just planes and doing things from the sky. It's not. It's not. Listen to me. I'm about to tell you something very important. In basic, they give us these vaccines, right? It's not a vaccine. It's the super soldier serum. So we can actually change the weather. Watch. It's about 100 degrees here in Florida. Well, I'm still learning, but there you go. Don't tell nobody.
Most of you probably don't know this. This little shark fin on the top of your car is actually to cover this government tracking device.
All right, man, y'all gotta stop playing with me like that. I'll go out there and remove all of them off my vehicles, man. Are you kidding me? Listen, man, I know that's just kind of like a little antenna, but that's gonna be in the back of my mind now.
I asked an artificial intelligence what the government is hiding.
Look what Russia just discovered in Antarctica is terrifying. Scientists have found terrifying objects under the ice of Antarctica. However, the government doesn't want you to know about those secret discoveries. The world had no idea that the least populated...
What is the government hiding from us?
See, now those are the ones I'd be skeptical about. The ones where it's out in the open and it looks like a spaceship or whatever and it's just shown out in the open, those I'm not too worried about. But stuff that's covered up like that, concealed, those are the ones I'm worried about.
Government doesn't want you to know this secret Antarctic discovery. The world had no idea that the least populated continent of the Earth, Antarctica, would have the most mysterious things buried. Scientists have found terrifying objects under the ice of Antarctica.
The Pentagon is unable to trace $2.1 trillion in taxpayer money, but then they're getting approved for another $800 billion next year, and yet the people can't get universal health care, college tuition relief, or infrastructure repairs.
How much does the government make? 111,000 per second, 6.7 million per minute, 401 million per hour, 9.6 billion per day, 67.3 billion per week, 292 billion per month, and 3.5 trillion per year.
This is the reason why the genius scientist Nikola Tesla was so obsessed with the number 369. He once said, "If you understand the wonder of the number 369, you will decipher the universe." To comprehend this, we need to acknowledge that humans did not invent mathematics. Rather, we discovered...
All I can hear is 369. One more time, get low. Sorry, y'all. Sorry.
It as the governing law of the cosmos. It is the language of the universe. Below are the discoveries Tesla made. If you take 1 and double it, it becomes 2. 2 doubled is 4. 4 doubled is 8. 8 doubled is 16. The sum of 16 is 7. Double 7 is 14. The sum of 14 is 5. Double 5 is 10, and the sum of 10 is 1. And this pattern repeats infinitely without the occurrence of the number 369. Interestingly, when you double 3, it becomes 6, and when you double 6, it becomes 12. The sum of 12 is 3. These two numbers complement each other, with the number 9 being the highest independent entity. If 3 and 6 are considered negative and positive, then 9 is the superior entity governing the entire universe. Tesla stated that these three numbers exist in a higher dimensional space, dominating the three-dimensional world we inhabit.
Illegal videos you're not allowed to see. A German tourist illegally scaled Egypt's Great Pyramid of Giza, and this was done in broad daylight. Armed with a GoPro, 18-year-old Andrej climbed nearly 500 feet to the top. However, attempting to climb the pyramid can come with a jail sentence of up to 3 years. He was caught, and authorities made him delete the footage, but they were unaware he could recover the files.
Underwater, is that true?
Yeah, it is. We were driving in the car. She was in the back seat, in her car seat.
How old is she now?
She's 5. She'll be 6 Friday.
Okay.
So we're driving in the car, and she says, "Mommy, this is just like where I died." Like, real excited, not upset or anything, just kind of very matter of fact. And,
At 2 years old?
Yeah, she was about 2 3/4.
So then you say, "Honey, you didn't die."
I said, "Well, Leah, what are you talking about?" She goes, she says, "I was in my car, and it fell off the bridge in the water, and I died." And so I pulled off the road because I was a little stressed. And she said,
look it up. All you need to do is look it up. Start, like, don't let it stop there of them telling you. Look this stuff up, man.
And I said, well, where was Mama? And she said, "You weren't with me that time."
This is what your 2-year-old said.
Yeah, she did. That got the exclamation points going. And I said, "Well, who was driving the car then?" And she said, "I was big. I could reach the pedals." And she has no clue that you need pedals to drive a car. She's 2, she's in the car seat. You know, there's like no way she could know that. And I said, well, what happened? And she described, she said, well, I wasn't wearing a seatbelt. And she is absolutely a fanatic about seatbelts. Everyone in our presence that knows us, she is gonna make sure they have a seatbelt on. She will not get in the car without one. And neither will anyone else. And she said, well, I didn't have my seatbelt on and I fell out of the car. And she said, and she put her hand up on her and she said, Mommy, I was laying on the rocks. I could feel the rocks on my head. And she said, and see the shiny bridge. And she points up, she's looking up. And she says, see the shiny bridge and the bubbles going up. She could see the bubbles. And she has she has never seen television at that point in her life at all. And how would she have any knowledge of bubbles rising? You know, she doesn't swim, she doesn't put her face in the water. And she said, I could see the bubbles going up and see the sun on the bridge through the water.
This is what your 2-year-old.
Controversial facts that the government doesn't want you to know. The last one is a crime. The U.S. healthcare system is the most expensive in the world, but it does not deliver the best outcomes compared to other developed countries. The wealth gap in the U.S. is growing, with the richest 1% of the population owning more wealth than the bottom 90%. Only 1% of people really care about the truth. If you are one of them, comment truth. The war on terror has often resulted in the violation of privacy. The U.S. tax system is regressive, with the wealthy often paying a lower effective tax rate than the middle class due to various loopholes and deductions. The concept of democracy is often used to justify oppression. Sharing this TikTok gives it a 5% chance of being seen even with a shadow ban. The U.S. government has a history of surveillance on its own citizens, often without their knowledge or consent. The concept of freedom is often used to justify inequality. Final fact: Operation Gladio, a covert NATO project that involved preparing for and carrying out acts of terrorism against friendly populations to manipulate public opinion. If I ever stop posting, you know who did it. Follow for the truth.
Well, the government got smart. They stopped doing all the inventions and all the technology themselves, because once they developed the technology themselves, they had to give you the FOIA, the Freedom of Information Act, where you can pull down the records and see exactly what they're doing. So now they subcontract out all the work to Lockheed Martin, Skunk Works, and all these places, right? Northrop Grumman. So you can't see what the hell's going on. You have no clue what's out there.
That's a problem. That is a problem.
Here to tell you the technology is 300 years ahead of whatever you could dream of. 300. Not 40, not 50, not 100, 300. Whatever you can think, whatever you can imagine in your mind, whatever you can conjure up and think based on whatever sci-fi movie you saw before, I'm here to tell you it already exists. It already exists.
Well, I believe that.
Here's one thing the government definitely doesn't want you to know.
Joe Biden is hiding from you that dinosaurs still exist. Yes, you heard that right. In Peru, there is a secret CIA base hidden in the middle of the forest called Unit 6. This base has been the subject of numerous conspiracy theories for decades, with some claiming it houses extraterrestrials. In 2017, a man from Brazil named Diego Lopez decided to uncover the mystery behind this place no matter the cost. On October 14th, after conducting meticulous research, he finally decided to venture into this secret base. He drove to the forest near the site and put on a fake CIA vest and badge.
It ain't a secret now.
Thanks to that, he managed to get inside, and what he discovered will leave you in awe. Diego didn't find extraterrestrials, but hundreds of dinosaurs, and that's not even the craziest part. Some of these dinosaurs measured over 30 feet tall, capable of devouring an entire car in one bite. He managed to capture a short video and then decided to leave and return home to Peru.
Peru, isn't that interesting? With Peru being all in the news?
Posted the video online, but the Secret Services quickly removed it. A few days later, Diego went missing and he was never found again.
Listen, man, I'm going back to that dude talking about the technology of everything, that how far we are ahead and stuff like that, bro. I believe it, especially with all the talks about having in our possession UFOs, UAPs, and trying to reverse engineer the technology that they have, which is light years ahead of us. So when I hear that we have some technology, I believe it. All right, y'all, so welcome back to some more unexplained mysteries. All right, but before we get to the video, I need you to help me unplug some more people out of the matrix. And you do that by smashing the like button, then putting hashtag unplugged in the comment section. All right, and subscribe if you're new. Let's get to it. Now that's some Area 51 stuff right there. That's crazy. Where's that tunnel going?
When you accidentally...
See, man, y'all play too much, bro. Y'all play extremely too much, man. I don't know. I want to scream, this is fake, but sometimes they put stuff in front of your face just to make you think that it is when it really isn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all play too much.
Captando un ovni en vivo. Hasta hay tráfico, porque todos quieren tomar fotos.
La policía.
¿La policía?
So many people have gone to Area 51, but no one has crossed the gate. Why? Well, because it's extremely illegal and you might get abducted by aliens or something. But I'm gonna be the first. So I drove all the way to Area 51, saw some cool stuff along the way. There's the worker right there. And it was snowing super bad, so I got stuck in the snow, not one time, but 4 times. But after a ton of driving, we were...
With these places like that, fam, no, like, don't do it.
Rare Area 51 plane denied for
Ladies and
landing.
gentlemen, in front of you is Area 51. This plane was denied to land. It is about to land on the desert. Right there, you see that? It's turning. This is how it looks like, Area 51. We got a plane down there. That's a jet right there. We got some hangars. There's a chopper right there, attack chopper. Look at that.
Man, I thought this was real, bro. This looked like something in San Andreas or you know what I mean? This, yeah. I thought this was real, bro. Y'all got me looking at a simulated game.
Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. She's still going. She's still going. Oh my god. Yo.
I ain't gonna lie. When I get older, I'll do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? When you get old, they can't. What they gotta say to you, man? You know what I mean? They ain't gonna arrest you. You're old. Come on, man. I'm doing stuff like that. And then when you ask me what am I doing there, I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm looking for a manager. I'm looking for a manager.
Why is Area 51 so secretive then?
I don't think it is actually all that secretive. I don't think there's anything sort of super interesting in Area 51. Like, there are more advanced weapons that the US has that people don't know about, but they're not like crazy alien weapons.
Yo, they opened it. That's me, as the only recorded civilian in US history to have accidentally gained access to Area 51. And it all started 12 hours earlier when I was investigating a UFO sighting seen on the Las Vegas Strip. We're looking for aliens. Where do we go?
You gotta go to Area 51.
Area 51.
Area 51.
Aliens, Area 51.
Should we enter Area 51?
No, you'll be shot.
So I got on the road and drove 3 hours straight into the Nevada desert.
After somebody told you you'd be shot, you felt like, that's what I needed to hear. Now I think everything is complete and I'm ready to go there now. Seriously?
Towards Area 51. Oh my god. Oh gosh. Area 51. We're clearly getting closer and closer here.
I'm approaching very slowly. Please, God, don't snipe us.
I think we're being cooked. Holy shit. Look. They turned the lights on. Oh, yo, they opened it. They opened the gate. I think we're in. Yo, they opened it. That's me as the
Yeah, they opened it. Let's just hoping you make it back out of that gate. That's the next part of that mission. You gotta be, yeah, you gotta complete that part of it. Leaving. A genie's gonna come out of that lamp. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
It's dark. Come on. That's it. Come on.
I'm sorry if you're watching this at midnight or late at night. I'm sorry, but we need to know. We need to see this type of stuff. It's gonna be in your dreams, though.
I found Area 51 on the map and something weird happened. They have a baseball field. And it supports Apple Pay.
I asked what inside Area 51 looks like.
So I'm flying over a big public airport in Las Vegas when I stumbled across a secret terminal full of unmarked planes. These airliners are different from the rest. They have no name written on the side, just a single red stripe across the windows, which are always closed when they go by.
One of the cool things we get to see here flying out of Vegas is an interesting airline that's referred to as Janet. That stands for just another non-existent terminal. And the planes are white with a red stripe on them. The tail number is very hard to see on the bottom side on the back.
So y'all have known about this? This is the first time I'm ever hearing of a Janet Airlines. I've never heard. I want to know what it means again. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that.
It's rumored they go to Area 51 all the time, but we don't really know.
Did you ever see the Area 51 call about aliens?
No.
Were you an employee or are you now?
A former employee.
Former employee.
I was let go on a medical discharge about a week ago, and I've kind of been running across the country. Oh man, I don't know where to start. They're gonna they'll triangulate on this position really soon.
So you can't spend a lot of time on the phone. So give us something quick.
Okay.
Listen to his voice. His voice is trembling. Like he is scared. Super scared. I'm gonna start this back over, bro, but listen to his voice, man. That's what makes this believable to me.
Did you ever see the Area 51 call about aliens?
No.
Were you an employee or are you now?
A former employee.
Former employee.
I was let go on a medical discharge about a week ago, and I've kind of been running across the country. Oh man, I don't know where to start. They're gonna they'll triangulate on this position really soon.
So you can't spend a lot of time on the phone. So give us something quick.
Okay. Okay. What we're thinking of as aliens are they're extra dimensional beings that an earlier precursor of the space program made contact with. They are not what they claim to be.
The radio signal cuts out, and all the lines cut out, and he's not able to say any more. And that was like as he was saying, "Yeah, I don't have much time. They're tracking me."
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and everything cuts out. And when they come back online, the guy's like, "Okay, this has never happened before. This is the first time we've ever been cut off a radio, and it was in the middle of the most important thing someone's ever told us."
Now I would be a little bit skeptical about this because it's a radio station, and radio stations have been known to do some, you know what I mean, some type of pranks like that before. They've been known to, but I ain't gonna lie, this seems really real.
Now, I don't know if it's real or if the guy actually cut it himself to do that for ratings.
Right, is that just a bit?
That's what I would do.
You think we live in a simulation? Well, you're right, and I have proof. I was driving near Area 51, and then something weird happened. Do you see that in the distance? Like, this is crazy. The map is literally loading as I'm driving. I guess Elon Musk was right. If you don't believe, now you should.
Is this how they... Is this...
And see, that's what I was saying before. Like, when you see the big trucks and you have something that looks like a spaceship on there, that's to divert your attention from what they're really doing. Maybe possibly something like this. You know what I mean? Like, this could actually house something, but you would think, that's just maybe, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? They got some hazardous materials in there or something. But this would be what I suspect.
Restricted area? Do you see that? Can you read that? What's this man doing? Dude! Yo, there's a car coming down the road! You see that, Ricky? Yo, get in, Jack! Jack, get in the car! I'm leaving you, dude! Drive, guys! Dude, what are you doing, dude? Drive, guys! There's a car coming. Jack, you're screwed, dude! I told you! You cannot cross the line, bro!
I saw something I wasn't supposed to at Area 51. We went on an exclusive tour of Area 51, mostly showing us the older aircraft. That's when I decided to sneak off from the group. I walked down a quiet hallway, but passed by a door with a weird hum sound. When I opened it, I saw this. I was about to reach for it when all of a sudden, "Don't touch it!" A man in a lab coat approached me. I said, "Why?" And he responded by saying, "Man has tried to touch the entire world for centuries. We never asked what would happen if he actually could do it." I didn't know what that meant, but at the time the only thing I was scared about was my parents finding out, not destroying the fabric of the universe or whatever. So he escorted me out back to the class. Till this day, I'm not sure what that was.
The CIA videos appeared on his account.
Now, my discrepancy would be the timeline here, and I have to go back and see when TikTok was when did they launch TikTok? When did they do that? That way I can kind of line up the timelines with what they're saying, because it seems doesn't seem right. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back in.
Yeah, you done it. You done it. You want a UFO? Go ahead.
Fucking UFO!
That's... Yeah.
He held that camera down though, didn't he? Yeah, he did.
Deadly places on Earth that you can't visit. Area 51. There is a rumor that Area 51 is hiding aliens and UFOs in this military base. Lake Natron.
I don't need a lot, coffee's only a dime.
Everything that touches this lake will turn to pure stone due to high levels of salt contents.
We're the only animal that wears shoes. We're the only animal that wears clothes. We're the only animal that really manipulates its environment. Bob Lazar said when he was at Area 51S4, one of the things that they were telling him was that human beings are the product of accelerated evolution, and that these creatures occasionally come back to check upon our progress. We're the only animal that wears shoes.
Whoa. Check up on that. Now, I've heard, like I said before, I've heard about us being put here by them to be workers. And then now he's saying they're checking in on our progress. Like, this stuff is deep, man. How deep it goes, we're going to keep trying to find out.
If you go back in time, why Area 51 really started, you learn that it was a base hidden inside of a base. It was all about beating Stalin at his black propaganda campaign to hoax Americans, whereby little men who looked like aliens would get out of an aircraft and the government would go crazy about it. Inside the craft were humans who had been altered, surgically altered to look like aliens. If you follow the logic that my source told me, that these were, modified human beings as part of a hoax. And the reason that I trust the source is because Joe, he told me that he also worked on the program. The Bob Lazar story is that when Bob Lazar said, I saw an alien, it looked like this, it was small, it had big eyes. Yes, and those were the surgically modified humans that the government was doing experiments.
He walked by a window and he looked in and he saw two.
Nah, I believe Bob when he say what he saw. You know what I mean? And I think so far he's at the top of my list of people to either believe. Anytime he speaks, I want to hear, or any old videos and stuff like that, I want to hear what he has to say.
Two agents that they were looking down at something that was very small and looked humanoid, but he didn't know if it was a dummy or anything, and he wasn't even supposed to be looking in there. And it was a brief, 1 second look that he has bounced around in his head back and forth.
Is the SCP Foundation real? There is a conspiracy that a secret organization was created called the SCP Foundation. Its purpose was to study various paranormal and supernatural phenomena that are unexplainable by science. It is said that they operate like the Men in Black and are said to have classified over 6,000 SCP objects, hiding them away from human society. Well, you might think this sounds like something made up, but a man named Bob Lazar has actually come forward saying that he worked at a place called S4, just south of Area 51, where that are essentially the SCP objects are stored objects that can control the weather, new elements and things that are out of this world. Even though he's produced the evidence of these items numerous times, many people still ask the question, is the SCP...
See, this is the type of stuff they don't want us to figure out, y'all. They don't. They don't want us to figure this type of stuff out, where you hear it and you keep looking and you keep going down these rabbit holes. You're gonna see things, man. You're gonna pretty much unplug yourself from the Matrix. So I got y'all though, man. Y'all get at me in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Stick around and stay tuned. I'm gone.